Yo, what's going on guys, Jared here, and I have a very special replay for you today. It's featuring True Draco, a deck I haven't played in a very long time, and it's very exciting to see it finally be played again, and I look forward to showing it to you. But real fast before we get started, I just wanted to say I'm finally over COVID. I was very sick and ill and tired for the past 2 weeks, so I wasn't recording much. I was just doing some video editing stuff and practicing that with some of the previous content I was making. But now that I can actually talk to you guys again pretty confidently, I still have a cough, so I might cough here and there. Just I'll excuse myself now for that, but it's gonna happen. But yeah, over that little update, yeah, we'll just jump into it. I just wanted to show off this game that I played earlier. I am here on the bottom. I'm going second. This deck chooses to go second the way I have this Draco deck built right now. But something very cool in our opening hand is Forbidden Droplet, Ignis Heat, Into the Void, True King's Return, and Pot of Duality. And they have Invocation, Alistair, Fleur-de-Lis, Magical Meltdown, and Called by the Grave. So this deck plays no hand traps, obviously, because we are playing a True Draco deck. They choose to go Magical Meltdown. They do not play around Droll because they already have Invocation, so they don't care about Droll. So then they go Alistair Effect, add back Invocation, go into the light target, I always forget the name of this thing, the Moon Maiden, activate the Knight. So this sets up for a Predaplant play, so they can be able to go for a second monster. They activate Invocation to get Macabre, and I thought they were going to go for the Destiny Hero Phoenix Enforcer, but instead they actually go run it back to the Red Eyes Fusion package, which really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it, and I was like, oh shit, this is going to be hard for Draco, but this card is broken. And we're going to see it. We're going to play through this, and we're going to set up our own board and put it on next to nothing. So he has 2 discard negate, which is very important. It's probably going to choose to set the Call by the Grave, but besides the point. Doesn't matter, we're playing Draco anyway. So we start our turn by setting the return and activate Into the Void. So the reason we do this is because if he negates something here, we can droplet, send these 2. If he uses certain cards, I don't know, it's pretty hard. We don't have to send like Ignis and the Trap maybe to pop something, but I wasn't really banking on him using it because it's just more of a precaution than anything else, just so that it's there for the droplet in case we do go that route. So yeah, then we go into the Voids, we draw our card, we draw Talents, very good card in this deck. We go Pot of Duality, little misclick there, but it was Maiden. We add our second Ignis Heat. I really needed another monster for my droplet so that he couldn't respond to it. That was the biggest thing with the card that I was looking for. So we go Disciples, and we activate the Disciples' ability to Tribute Summon, so we can get, when he chooses to negate, we are able to get advantage immediately, which is what this deck's really striving for. So we use the Disciples to pop the Meltdown because it's free, why not? And then we use our normal summon to tribute the Return for the other Ignis. We use Return to pop the Macabre, and this starts a slew of chain links. So we're gonna go activate I'm just showing him I use Disciples to summon the first one. So we're gonna go return, target the Macabre. He uses the Dragoon. I chain Ignis Heat, and then he chains Macabre. I actually misplay here. I should have chained this Ignis Heat. I completely forgot, and I just went straight to Droplets. That was a misplay on my part. Do not be like me. You could have gotten a whole other spell out of this, but it doesn't matter. I'll show you how crazy this is anyway. So we just send both Ignis Heats to the target, or not target, but to select both of them. We get to resolve the Ignis Heat to add the Heritage. We pop the Macabre still, and this is halved. So then we activate the Heritage, and we get, now keep in mind, we get a draw 3 off Heritage, as well as we get a draw 2 off the Talents. That's a whole new hand you can draw of just deck, and we cleared the board already. The board's done. All we need to do is just draw playable. We already have the extra tribute summon that we need to beat over the Dragoon. So all we have to do is just draw a monster, right? That's it. So we draw our cards, we draw Terraforming, Dynamite, Return. Perfect. Easy game. So Terraforming, obviously, get our Diagram, best card in the deck. Activate Heritage for our normal summon. So now this is in case of any hand traps that you might have, that we still get value. That's the biggest thing. We want to get value for our cards as we play them. So yeah, then we go Diagram. Just, I did this in case of a third Alistair very specifically, so it wouldn't crash if you had it. So if it's Dynamite to 28 and this is at 15, so it wouldn't be a crash if you Alistair to put it to 25. But he doesn't, so we just go beat over it. It's nothing. We go Talents to draw 2 cards. So we drew into Desires and Majesty Maiden, which is crazy. So of course we Desires because we want the more value. But just look at the card advantage of where we're at now. He has a dead Predaplant, 2 cards in hand. We have a Dynamite, Diagram, which you didn't even use yet, and 4 cards in hand. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy still that this deck can do this, and I did not play Card of Demise at all. Like, it's in here, don't get me wrong. Card of Demise is in this deck. I just didn't draw it, but the fact that even without it, you can still occur this much advantage just from playing the deck, like playing it properly, knowing your sequencing, getting as much value off Heritage as you can, getting the value off Triple Tactics Talents, just things like that. And you have to use your cards very wisely. Like I said, things like setting their return when you have Droplet, when you want to go for an engage play so you can try to clear the board, makes a big difference. And being able to send droplets, monsters for Droplet too, so you can get the 3 in there. This is very relevant when things like Ash Blossom are starting to leave the format. A lot of people don't like the card right now. So things like this can like evolve and grow and be able to perform better because Ash Blossom's no longer prevalent. So that one Card of Demise, if you see it, it's probably going to resolve. You Heritage for 3, it's probably going to resolve. Desires for 2, it's probably going to resolve. Ghost Ogre is... I've seen Ghost Ogre played a little bit more, but it's nowhere near as much as to actually be worried about. Like, no top list is playing it, so... so Diagram's probably going to be going through pretty consistently as well. But anyway, after that little slew about why I love this deck so much currently. So yeah, we shuffle these 2 back in, so we get a Recursion. We also have the Disciples loop going, and we have Erupt and Return. We set the 3, because remember at the beginning of the turn we activated Into the Void. It was the first thing we activated. So this is where we end our turn. So, for all of that, we have Return and Erupt, the extra spell, the Disciple still, which we can use next turn to shuffle more and draw more. Diagram still up, and Dynamite. Now, the only thing that sucks is we banished all 3 Apocalypses. So, RNG-wise, yeah, it sucks, because that actually takes away an interruption that we could have, because he would activate something, I get Apocalypse, flip Return, bring something back, and then Apocalypse pop the Return, and then Return can pop one of his monsters. So we lose an interruption because Apocalypse is banished. It's just unfortunate, it's not always going to happen, but shit does happen, so, you know, it's Desires. And then he draws this card, draws Nadir Servant, and that's it. He just leaves the duel. These just concedes. This is not an easy thing to out. Being able to flip Erupt, just being able to break a board like that is just absurd. But yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I think this was something that was worth showing. To be able to, you know, break boards, be able to make a board, to be able to still get all the advantage that Draco players love drawing. The only thing you have to look out for if you do play this deck is Joel and Walkbird. Joel and Walkbird is a huge problem. If enough people want to see a deck profile of the deck, I will show you the deck. I have no problem with that. Just make sure you let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe, because I really want to hit 1,000 subscribers. That'd be a huge goal for me. I would feel like I actually am doing something right for the channel if I hit 1,000 subscribers. So hit the subscribe button, I really appreciate it. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.